Hello students, in this video we will continue with the story The Ransom of Red Chief. As you already know, the story revolves around two kidnappers who struggles greatly to control a boy they kidnap. The story is quite ironical and humorous, offering a surprise ending like Henry's other short stories. Till now, children, we have learned that author and his friend kidnap a 10-year-old boy. And why they kidnap? Because they need 2000 more dollar to earn to buy the make the property, you can say, to buy a land. Okay. And from where they decided to kidnap that boy? From Summit, a small town. And after kidnapping, they took him to the cave where the boy expressed that he never camped out like this, and he was so happy that he was frightening the author and his friend and refusing them to not to take him back to home. Now, here onwards, let's continue with page number 79 from the last second paragraph. Children, please open your textbooks in front of you and read along with me and listen the explanation. We went to bed about 11 o'clock. We spread down some white thick blankets and put Red Chief between us. We were not afraid he would run away. The author says that now it is 11 o'clock and they decided to get sleep. Okay, so they spread the blankets and put Red Chief in between them. दोनों अपने बीच में Red Chief को दोनों ने रखा. And they were not afraid. उन्हें कोई चिंता नहीं थी कि Red Chief means ये बच्चा भाग जाएगा. As the child is enjoying there ना, so how they will expect that he is going to run away. इन नॉर्मल केस क्या होगा कि जो जिसे आप किडनैप करते हैं वो भागने की कोशिश करता है, बट हियर द बॉय विल नॉट रन अवे. Let's continue. He kept us awake for 3 hours, jumping up and reaching for his stick rifle and crying out, "Listen, friend," in our ears. At last I fell into a troubled sleep and dreamed that I had been kidnapped and chained to a tree by a fierce robber with red hair. So, here the author says that he was not sleeping as he was excited, so he was not getting sleep in a sleep mode. Okay, so for the past 3 hours he will make trouble to them again and again, means by shouting, by crying out, by getting up and all. Okay, finally after some time the author slept, but when he slept he dreamed. He started dreaming, and what was his dream? His dream was not sweet. He was having some fearful dream, and in his dream he found that he had been kidnapped by a robber and chained in a tree. And see the funny part, that the robber was having the red hair. So he was actually dreaming that that boy had kidnapped him, that little boy who called himself as Red Chief had kidnapped him and chained him in a tree. Next, just at daybreak, I was awakened by awful screams from Bill. I jumped up to see what the matter was. Red Chief was sitting on Bill's chest with one hand twisted in Bill's hair. In the other, he had the sharp knife we used for cutting meat, and he was very carefully trying to take the skin and hair off Bill's head, according to the punishment that had been laid upon him the evening before. So just at the daybreak, when he was sleeping and dreaming, so when the day started in the early morning, he awakened, but it was not a general awake. How he awake? He awake with the loud screaming noise that the Bill was making. Now, why Bill was making such loud sound? Bill was making this sound as Red Chief was sitting on his chest, on the Bill's chest, and he twisted the hair of Bill, and he was trying to cut that with a knife. So Bill was shouting to for help actually. And why Red Chief, that boy, was doing all this? Because he decided in the previous evening that he will give punishment to Bill on the next morning. So children, जैसी सुबह होने लगी, सो ऑथर की नींद खुली. बट कैसे जी? जनरल आसानी मीन्स इन जनरल नहीं उठा वो कैसे उठा जब उसकी कानों में बिल की आवाज जोर जोर से बिल चिल्ला रहा था बचाओ लाइक दैट ना फॉर हेल्प एंड व्हाई ही वाज शाउटिंग क्यों चिल्ला रहा था वो क्योंकि रेड चीफ उसके हेयर्स को चाकू से कट करने वाला था विच कैन बी हार्मफुल टू हिज स्किन ऑल्सो सो he was shouting and with that shout author got up. Now, page 80. I got the knife away from the kid and made him lie down again. But from that moment, Bill's spirit was broken. He lay down on his side of the bed, but he never closed an eye again in sleep for a while. But suddenly I remembered that Red Chief had said I was to be burned at the rising of the sun. I was not nervous or afraid, but I sat up and lit my pipe and leaned against a rock. So when author got up, he took the knife from the boy's hand, and but till now the Bill was not feeling comfortable. Bill was means his spirit was totally means he was very afraid. Spirit was broken means he was his courage was totally destroyed. He was discouraged now means he was very afraid by the means again and again that boy was hitting him only. Okay, so he was very tense. Bill was very tense. After that, Bill didn't sleep. He awake only till the boy was there. But suddenly I remembered, author also remember what he remembered that Red Chief also decided to burn him at the rising sun. So he was nervous. But he is pretending over here that no, I was not nervous. वो सिर्फ दिखा रहा है कि मैं nervous नहीं था लेकिन actually he was nervous क्योंकि ये भी decide हुआ था कि with the rising sun उसे burn कर देगा वो. Next, what are you getting up so soon for, Sam? Asked Bill. Me, said I. Oh, I got a kind of pain in my shoulder. I thought sitting up would rest it. You are a liar, said Bill. You are afraid you are to be burned at sunrise, and you were afraid he would do it. And he would too, if he could find a match. Isn't it awful, Sam? Do you think anybody will pay out money to get a little wretch like that back home? Now, when author's name was Sam over here, okay, in the story. So Sam, when he felt that he just recalled that it was also decided that with the sunrise he will got burned by the uh, boy, by that red chief. He decided the same the punishment for Sam. So Sam was quite afraid, but he don't want to show that he is getting fear to Bill. That's why he just simply get up and when Bill asked why are you getting up, so he said that I am having some pain in my shoulder. मुझे shoulder पे pain है. That's why I am sitting. ओके एज ही डोंट वांट वो बिल्कुल नहीं शो करना चाहता था कि वो भी टेंशन में आ रहा है आफ्टर देन बिल सेड नो यू आर अ लायर तुम झूठ कह रहे हो यू आर वेरी अफ्रेड यू वर टू बी बर्न तुम्हें वो बर्न करेगा बोला था दैट्स व्हाई यू आर अफ्रेड सो देन बिल आस्क्ड टू सैम डू यू रियली थिंक क्या कोई ऐसे बच्चे को ले जाना चाहेगा नाउ व्हाट हैपेंड सी Sure, said I. A noisy kid like that is just the kind that parents love. Now you and the chief get up and cook breakfast while I go up on the top of this mountain and have a look around. So author says no, yes, sure, क्योंकि ऐसे बच्चे ही घर की रौनक होते हैं. So like noisy kids like this only is going to be missed by the family. That's why they will pay for that. So you get up and cook the breakfast. Both of you get up and cook the breakfast. When I got back to the cave I found means author went to the top of the mountain. Why he went to the top of the mountain? He just want to see whether after the missing of this boy from the town is there any means searching is going on for this kid or not by the family members. When I got back to the cave, I found Bill up against the side of it, breathing hard, and the boy threatening to smash him with a rock, half as big as a coconut. So when author came back from the mountain, what he found? Ki that Bill was again breathing very hard. And why? This time what happened? The boy threatening him, वो उसे डरा रहा था, वो एक कोकोनट साइज के पत्थर को पकड़ के वो उसे डरा रहा था कि वो उसे फेंक के मारेगा. अब देखिए क्या होता है. He put a red hot boiled potato down my back and explained Bill, and then stood on it with his foot and I hit him. Have you got a gun on you, Sam? So that time Bill told that he just put a red hot boiled potato on me. वो उसने मेरे back पे red boiled potato मारा, and then I hit him. That's why he is behaving like this. So have you got gun? Like this, the Sam was asked to Bill. I took the rock away from the boy and kind of stopped the argument. I will finish you, said the kid to the Bill. So the बच्चे ने बोला बिल को कि I will finish you. He was very angry. The child was very angry. Okay. No man ever struck the red chief, but he got punished for it. You better watch out. The red boy was playing the role of red chief, the warrior. So he said कि मुझे कोई trouble नहीं करता. You will get the punishment and you just wait and watch. After breakfast, the kid took a piece of leather with strings wrapped around it out of his pocket and went outside the cave, unwinding it. Breakfast के बाद the kid took a piece of a leather with the strings, means that gulel जिसे बोलते हैं, wrapped around with his pocket and went outside the cave. Again he went outside and want to enjoy the environment over there. Okay, what is he up to now, said Bill anxiously, excitedly. He said, now what he is going to do next? You don't think he will run away, do you think, Sam? No fear of it, said I. He doesn't seem to be very fond of home, but we have to got to fix up some plan about the ransom. There doesn't seem to be much excitement in Summit about his disappearance. His people may think that he is spending the night with Aunt Jane and one of the neighbors. Anyhow, he will be missed today. Tonight we must get a message to his father demanding the $2,000 for his return. Author was quite sure that the boy will not run away. So after then they thought that they have to decide a plan, and next night they will decide to send a message to the father of the boy for the ransom of $2,000. Next, just then we heard a kind of war cry. It was a sling that Red Chief had pulled out of his pocket, and he was twisting it round his head. I jumped and heard a heavy sound and a kind of sigh from Bill, like the one a horse gives out when you take its saddle off. जब हॉर्स का जो बैठने के लिए रखते हैं उसको हटाते हैं तो हॉर्स जो आवाज निकालता है, just like that the Bill was making noise. A rock the size of an egg had caught Bill just behind his left ear. Actually the Red Chief ने एक छोटा सा रॉक जो से गुलेल से उसको हिट किया था. That's why he was shouting. Bill was shouting. He ran around like a madman all over the place and fell in the fire across the frying pan of hot water for washing the dishes. I dragged him out and poured cold water on his head for half an hour. Bill was very afraid, and in that condition only he fall down on a hot water also. So, author pour the cold water and making comfort to the giving comfort to the Bill. I went out and caught the boy and shook him until I could not shake him any more. If you don't behave, said, I will take you straight home. Now you are going to be good or not. So author's patience level was getting in. Author hold the boy and said, if you will not behave properly, I will leave you in your home. So after this, boy said, it was only for fun, said he. उसने बोला ये सिर्फ मजाक था. I will not repeat. I didn't mean to hurt old Hank. But what did he hit me? Why? What did he hit me for? I will behave, Snake Eye, if you won't send me home, and if you will let me play the Black Scout today. So the boy made a promise that I will behave properly, but don't take me home back, and we will play the game of Black Scout today. I don't know the game, said I. Author said that I don't know the game. So you play with Bill. That is for you and Mr. Bill to decide. He is your playmate for the day. I am going away for a while on business. Now you come and make friends with him and say you are sorry for hurting him, or home you go at once. So author said that either say sorry to him and have a friendship with Bill, either I will take you home back. So he's obviously he will make the shake the hands and having the friendship. Okay, so that the boy had done. I made him and Bill shake hands, and then I took Bill aside and told him I was going to Poplar Cove, a little village 3 miles from the cave, and find out what I could about how the kidnapping had been regarded in Summit. Also, I thought it best to send a sharp letter to old man Dorset that day, demanding the ransom and telling him how it would be paid. Author says that he made the friendship of the boy and the Bill, and after then he left for a small village named Poplar Cove there, from where he will send a letter to Mr. Dorset. Okay, you won't leave me along with this wretch, will you, Sam? Asked Bill. I will be back after some time this afternoon, said I. You must keep the boy amused and quiet till I return, and now we will write the letter to old Dorset. Bill and I got paper and pencil and worked on the letter, while Red Chief, with a blanket wrapped around him, walked up and down guarding the mouth of the cave. Bill begged me to make the ransom $1,500 instead of 2,000. एक्चुअली बिल वॉज सो अफ्रेड कि बिल ने बोला 2,000 से कम कर दो, क्योंकि ऐसे बच्चे के लिए हो सकता है हमें $2,000 ना मिले. सो मेक दैट ransom as to $1,500. एंड द बॉय वॉज काम नाउ, क्योंकि रेड चीफ को बोला गया कि इफ यू विल नॉट बिहेव प्रॉपर्ली आई विल सेंड यू बैक होम. सो दैट बॉय वाज बिहेविंग प्रॉपर्ली नाउ. So to relieve Bill, I agreed, and together we wrote a letter. Then ran this way. See the letter. Ebenezer Dorset, we are keeping your boy in a place far from Summit. It is useful for you or the most skilled detectives to attempt to find him. It is useless, sorry. The only terms on which you can have him back are these: we demand $1,500 in large bills for his return. The money to be left at midnight tonight at the same spot and in the same box as your reply. As hereinafter described, if you agree to these terms, send your answer in writing by a single messenger tonight at 8:30. After crossing Owl Creek on the road to Poplar Cove, there are three large trees about 100 yards apart, close to the fence of the wheat field on the right hand side. At the bottom of the fence post, opposite the third tree, will be found a small cardboard box. The messenger will place the answer in this box and return immediately to Summit. If you try to inform the police or fail to agree with our demand as stated, you will never see your boy again. If you pay the money as demanded, he will be returned to you safe and within 3 hours. These terms are final, and if you do not agree to them, no further letter will be sent. Two desperate men. So this was a letter जो कि ऑथर एंड बिल ने एबनेजर डॉर्सेट को लिखा. दे आस्क कि पुलिस के पास जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, $1,500 यू हैव टू पे. उन्होंने लोकेशन बता दिया एंड सेड कि अगर पुलिस को इन्फॉर्म किया तो बच्चा आपको नहीं मिलेगा. Next, I addressed the letter to Dorset and put it in my pocket. Then I walked to the Poplar Cave and sat around the post office and store, talking with the old ones who came in for buying things. One bearded old man said that he heard Summit was all upset about old Ebenezer Dorset's boy having been lost or stolen. So वहाँ जब गया, author went there to the Poplar Cave. He heard कि कुछ लोग बात कर रहे थे कि Ebenezer Dorset child is missing. That was all I wanted to know. यही author जानना चाहता था, whether they are aware of this or not. I posted my letter secretly and came away. At 8:30, I was up in the tree waiting for the messenger to arrive. Exactly on time, a half-grown boy rode up the road on a bicycle and found the cardboard box at the foot at the fence post, slipped a folded piece of paper into it, and pedaled away again back towards Summit. So whatever time was given, in that time a boy came and dropped a piece of letter in that box, cardboard box, where the author was waiting above the tree. Okay, I waited half an hour and then decided the thing was all right. I slid down the tree, got the note, slipped along the fence till I got to the woods and was back at the cave in another half an hour. I opened the note, got near the lamp and read it to Bill. It was written with a pen in an awkward hand. It read like this. Okay, बहुत गंदी handwriting में वो letter लिखा हुआ था. So both started reading that. The letter में ये लिखा था: Two desperate men. Gentlemen, I received your letter today by post about the ransom you asked for the return of my son. I think you are a little high in your demands. मुझे लगता है आपने कुछ ज़्यादा डिमांड किया है. And I will hereby make you a proposal. मैं आपके लिए एक proposal देता हूँ. Which I make sure you will accept. जो आप accept करोगे. ऐसा मुझे लगता है. You bring Johnny home and pay me $250 in cash, and I agree to take him off your hands. You had better come at night, for the neighbors believe he is lost. I could not be responsible for what they would do to anybody they saw bringing him back. Very respectfully, Ebenezer Dorset. So ये लेटर एबनेजर डॉर्सेट ने इन दोनों को लिखा था एंड ही वाज सेइंग कि आप बच्चे को ला दो. बच्चे का नाम क्या था? जॉनी. और आप मुझे $250 कैश में दोगे तो मैं उसे ले लूंगा. एंड इट विल बी बेटर कि आप उसे रात में लेके आइए सो दैट कि नेबर्स आपको परेशान न करे. अदरवाइज व्हाट विल हैपन आई कांट से. नेक्स्ट. गुड गॉड सेड आई ऑफ ऑल द रूड. हे भगवान, they were not expecting this. Now, but I looked at Bill and hesitated. He had the most appealing look in his eyes I ever saw on the face of a dumb or talking animal. Means the Bill's expression means finally they are going to leave the boy, like that kind of expression they were having, as the Bill was the actually suffering from the that hits of the boy. Sam, said he, what is $250 after all? We have got the money. One more night of this will send me to the madhouse. वो $250 होता ही क्या हमारे पास है. लेट अस गिव दैट. अदरवाइज अगर मैं एक दिन और इसके साथ रहा, आई विल गो टू द मैड हाउस. Besides being a thorough gentleman, I think Mr. Dorset is generous for making us such an offer. You are not going to let the chance go, are you? Bill asked Sam. Are you going to leave this chance? So it will be better give the money and send the boy back. To tell you the truth, Bill said, this little lamb has got on my nerves too. We will take him home and pay the ransom and get away from here. हम उसे पे करेंगे ransom और हम इससे छुट्टी पाएंगे. We took him home that night. It was just 12 o'clock when we knocked at the Ebenezer Dorset's front door. Just at the moment I should have been taking the $1,500 from the box under the tree. उस टाइम पे वो ओरिजिनल प्लान के हिसाब से $1,500 लेना था उनको, बट अभी वो कहाँ थे? $250 के साथ उसे वापस करने जा रहे थे. Bill was counting out $250 into Dorset's hand. When the kid found out we were going to leave him at home, he started up a scream like a horrible wind and clung to Bill's leg. His father dragged him off gradually like a plaster. Boy don't want to go back. That's why जब उसे लगा कि अब उसे घर पे छोड़ने जा रहे हैं, तो he was just not going to leave the legs of the Bill again. Okay. How long can you hold him? Asked Bill. I am not as strong as I used to be, said old Dorset, but I think I can promise you 10 minutes. So Bill asked to the Ebenezer Dorset कि आप उसे कितने देर तक पकड़ के रख सकते हो. He said that mostly I will able to hold him for 10 minutes. So enough, said Bill. In 10 minutes I shall cross the central, southern and middle western states and be running beautifully for the Canadian border. And as dark as it was, and as fat as Bill was, and as good a runner as I am, he was a good mile and half out of summit before I could catch up with him. So fastly Bill ran up and left the place and don't want to get that boy back. That means it shows how afraid that Bill was. I told you in the starting that it is the kidnapper who is going to be the sufferer as compared to the victim. So that was the hilarious story.